Well, I hope that you have been well. Let's take a look at today's business news. My name is Wairimo Jenga. Now, streamlining the country's fiscal space and restructuring Kenya's debt profile is on top of the agenda of National Treasury Cabinet Secretary Nominee Professor Njuguna Ndung'u. Ndung'u has told the parliamentary committee that appointments that he will roll out various incentives to encourage tax compliance and streamline the operations of the Kenya Revenue Authority. He backside has more details.
Tell this committee the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
The former Central Bank of Kenya governor faced the appointment committee at a time when the country is facing serious fiscal headwinds, worsened by the ongoing drought that has devastated agriculture.
Into the ministry, which very many people in this country blame it for the kind of economic mess that we are in. What is your vision for Treasury and economic planning? How are you going to solve the problems that are now here? The problems of skyrocketing prices, the problems of the fuel, the subsidy issue.
Professor Ndung'u told the committee that the Treasury will seek to restructure the country's debt position by scraping expensive concessional loans and empowering the debt office at the National Treasury to clean Kenya's debt register.
The way the situation is, given the multiple shocks and even the surprise side shocks that are quite prevalent, the best would be to look for concessional financing that would retire most of the debt, especially the domestic debt, which is very, very expensive. It's taking quite a large proportion of recurrent expenditure.
On taxation matters, Professor Ndung'u said he will work with the Kenya Revenue Authority to streamline tax collection and administration with the introduction of an incentive framework to boost tax compliance.
But those taxes should not distort the market. They should not distort the allocation of resources. They should not create incentives to run away from taxes. And those are the principles that we would want to promote. And once we promote that, I'm sure the tax system is going to work very well.
In addition, he says, his ministry would create strong buffers for supply-side shocks and the CBK foreign exchange reserves.
But essentially what you do is actually to push the economy into a temporary recession, hoping that once the surprise shocks are resolved, we do not have that plateau of high prices. We will destroy that.
Thank you, Professor. I want us to close here.
The fate of the CS designate now awaits the recommendation of the appointment committee later this month.
This is very important that we get it right from the word go. This is one docket that we can't gamble for as a country. We cannot.
Hibak Said for Prime Edition.